we'll see how it goes. So they're bringing in 2GE to be able to play this double controller. And as they were pointing out on the desk, they go from playing double duelist to absolutely none. That puts that much more pressure on Emin here to have a strong performance. We saw a similar thing from Secret on Icebox, and Indy was able to step up. Let's see if Emin can do it. He started off that last map pretty hot with the Reyna. Can he do it now with the KO?
Yeah, Footballist again, though, instantly sitting back into a more passive position to allow the side to be taken. They didn't really stick around long. Again, Moj, what could you have done really with that?
Yeah.
Now, at this point, though, Wall needs to go down, and they need to be able to be dealing with those back lines. They have no one on flank either, so it's only this fight that's in front of us. Working through that initial utility, though, trying to pull everything away from them. Kiwi up for the first challenge, really. Omor is there, and they're just running through the paces here, but there's a lot of utility against them, and RRQ are not falling at this point.
Mr. Fallen stepping in, gets onto the spike, gonna try to hold this one a half. Util now has been burned.
Oh,
there's the
God,
next spike. Flipshutter will be able to find the kill, and now they're running out of time. Moj, aware of this, goes sprinting forward, and it's just gonna be a cleanup. Tibetol, the only casualty here on the side of RRQ until the spike, of course, explodes and takes down everybody else.
Footballers gonna have to work their way back into this one, just sitting down with a shorty and a frenzy.
Got one Vandal, triple Bulldog, and a Sheriff here for the side of RRQ, so plenty of firepower. Kiwi with that shorty, as you know. Get himself in the right position at the right timing, could do a hell of a lot of work, but you could see everybody just stacking over towards the B site. That Viper wall maybe making him think that this is going to be the inevitable hit, and that maybe RRQ just want to replicate that last round.
Fallen is trying to puff up that chest, really look more intimidating than he is. As a turret towards A-Long, does have a little bit of util as well towards Art, but again, if they start feeling this out, I just don't want them to leave it too late. If it gets down to those, final couple of seconds, 20 seconds, 50 seconds, I worry. I want to see what the anti-ecos look like for RRQ here. Taking their time through middle, extended default, no aggression, and it's just going to be a gamble stack on the other side.
They're going to start rotating fully off that Prowler, but
man.
now you see the drawback again here from the side of RRQ. Playing the info game really well, and this is something that was completely lacking on the last map.
There's not been any real pressure towards Fallen other than that. Like, surely at one point you're now feeling ridiculous. You're going, my turret got nothing on long. There's no one pushing Art, and it's real quiet in middle. And now the penny will drop. They'll realize, sadly, they went for a gamble. It didn't work out.
First gamble ended up being correct, but they backed off of it. Really good. Mind games coming through there from the side of RRQ. Let's see what Footballs can try to get done, though, on this retake. Looks like they're widely just going to make the call. Everybody sit back, rush into the spike explosion. Mr. Fallen likely he's going to pull away as well. I thought maybe he would be the only one who goes for this. He's going to at least hold the turret here, try to play up close and take a gun out of somebody's hands. But they don't have to push into him. Flipshutter's going to push into him.
They should very much it. Yeah, triple swing on it, making no.
Oh, only more.
Oh, only more.
Oh,
it's a bad time.
Is he rushing?
Kiwi. Kiwi was thinking about next round. He was anywhere else, but Football is going to give it up to the spike. It's just fine. RRQ, anti-ecos to now. That's a little, tick in the box, right?
Yeah. Even then, doesn't want to invest more than just that 800.
Fallen, red alert early on. The pressure isn't really slowing down either. They've been showing that they can win this fight pretty cleanly, and the post plants are solid. First time the wall's been challenged early on here. Fallen sticking around longer, actually playing towards the back of sight here. This is a different look.
Forces him off of it. The wall's still so very susceptible to being swarmed. Try to take it down to the back of Halls. And in the blink of an eye, it's just Tibetol left standing. Does get a nice opening kill, but it's going to be Mr. Fallen, who, sounded the alarms, but responded in kind. We'll go ahead and get Footballs on the board.
Yeah, it took them one real good look towards what that site take towards B was going to be early on, and they found a nice little way to challenge it. Didn't rescind completely, a little bit towards the back of it, and lovely disruptive work here. Moj quick to it too, didn't leave his buddy out on an island either. Happy to challenge us, no safety in the post plant this time. No ability to really reset to it either.
Didn't quite get to see the setup there for 2GE as well, but would have loved, as soon as that first section of that Sage Wall ends up going down, having some of those Nebulas to try to escort them out of that position, but didn't happen.
Oh, they're selling this fight perfectly.
They are. Wall comes up. Fallen swings out. Doesn't see anything, though.
And Fallen noting no push-up is ringing the alarm bell. They had no commitment behind it.
Yeah.
And with Fallen swinging out from the back halls, they're so aware, but still, Flipsider with a banging entry, going to be working the way forward a little further. Flipsider is just striding through the site.
The bite going a little bit too deep there, so still playing quite far forward is Kiwi. He's got the dash at the ready, and it looks like he wants the challenge out of this Nebula, but now it's going to be the pit invested as well. Flipsider building that up, and Evan is perfectly poised, watching out that spot. Flipsider running and gunning for a moment, swaps over the Classic and will get shut down, but Evan is there for the follow-up. Now it is just Maj left. And despite not being able to sell that B-side fake, they just...
Flipsider go kill.
Flipsider just shoots him in the face. It doesn't matter.
I mean, it did draw them out of position, right? Like, to I guess, the extent
Initially,
of what
yes.
they wanted, sure, it digs them out of that A site, it pulls them away. It did sell it. Obviously, they didn't fully fall for this. They weren't sitting there clearing. Speaking of clearing, Moj is gone. That is the weapon removed for standing for RRQ. I wanted to see that next layer. They try and sell you what this was meant to be, that B piece, but no, the eventual goal was this. And they weren't playing deeper in secret. It was way more of a springboard back in towards site, so I'm sure there was that gut-wrenching moment that footballers realized no one's here.
Buying out of Captain for him. See how much damage he can get done. Right now, is pushing out, staring up into top mid. Got the creep up and Maj! What is that? Flick finds a second for his troubles. And now Kiwi's gonna go for the push and he's gonna get them both!
I am stunned, dazed, and confused, but...
He's got a shorty.
Yeah, but...
He knows he's close, but he's still gonna challenge it.
Oh, what a mistake in the end. It could have been something, but what the hell was that flick?
It was gorgeous.
I was like, oh, that's quite nice. The adjustment? Like, look at this. Yeah, okay.
There's one. Already slim margin, and it's just nasty.
But Kiwi was right there as well. It wasn't just like an isolated attempt with the Sheriff. There was support behind it, there was commitment behind it. And that's a killer for the hero rifle and a couple of Sheriffs.
And it was the Sheriffs that did the majority of the dirty work. If you're RQ, you can tell they were anticipating that mid-pressure coming out, given that it is that eco round, but you can't really quantify that Maj is just going to do that to you.
Hard to rebound from. A bit of a pace change here. I mean, more going through similar motions, looking to see if they could potentially get the punish on Fallen. They have pulled 3 players, but that spike is lingering towards long. It's not particularly committed once again. Now, there's no fake in motion yet. They are falling away from this, maybe looking towards middle. They've got plenty of time still, but yes, running through their utility quite early on for a little bit of this B look. I wonder what the eventual goal is.
Just jiggling for now. Maj keeping an eye. Just leave Elmore to go ahead and stick around on this lurk while they try to feel out the rest of the map.
Maybe a double pump? Yeah.
Okay, now they're going to start creeping up. Maj getting himself here on the site, gets the read. Looks like Elmore's just going to try to challenge this one. He does. The pit's down.
Huge pick, and just to confirm that no one else is here, the ult comes through. There's the spike down, so the double fake this time. It's an evolution each time around, but it's still sitting into a retake now. They've run through a great deal of utility, as have, I guess, Footballists on the other side. But what they do have is the lockdown.
They're already playing so far back, but this is just a guarantee here for the side of Footballists that they can safely get themselves into the side itself and then take the fight over at long. Emin's got a lineup all the way from back in club. Nate now going to be let loose. They get the pull out as well. They spot Kiwi for a brief moment. Should know that he's over at screen side.
Had to respect that now. See the utility combination towards the spike to make this difficult, but the spike is being sat on right now. It's over halfway. Defuse gets denied, and RRQ making a damn good go of this one. This is lovely to witness. Where was this side on map 1?
I don't know. I can't really quantify it, and it's just so bizarre.
Absconded of presence, but I do want to see Footballists now trying to regain the information war game.
Oh, look at this buy right now.
Jeez.
A Spectre, 2 Sheriffs, and an Op.
That seems perfectly reasonable.
And Bladestorm was at the ready and everything, but Kiwi says, it's not enough firepower for me. He wants to be able to have that to hold down that B long, and RQ, right now, at least, they are widely ignoring it.
Last time around we saw this pretty much disrupted by a Sheriff, so I do want to see what the intention behind this may be.
He's going to go for the challenge, and the flash timing is absolutely perfect from MN.
Lovely work between each other, and that's gifted an opportunity. Now they will note the operator, good or bad. They'll find out in just a second.
Is he ready for this close angle?
Oh, Flipsider, do you get checked on?
Here's
He's going
the
to hear those.
footsteps. He's going to start going for the swing. The dash is out. It's a little bit of tag damage. Boldly actually repeaks to get the bite across, but the damage is well worth it.
It's all coming his way, and he is very much alone. He's got the biggest gun in the game right now, though. Operator locked in, ready. All the utility coming through. Support does come in, though. Pop of the ult as well. And there's Kiwi gone. Deleted in a second. The site is theirs. The gates are open. The plant's coming in. And they are working this map, Seth.
It is just absolute perfection in this round here from the side of RRQ. Not sure what was going on in Lotus. Everything was completely disjointed. We weren't seeing util really coupled together. A couple of moments, perhaps, but so far it's been absolutely sublime to watch. Flipsider spotting Maj, just sends out that bite to further delay. Doesn't want him to get any more value with that Sheriff again. It looks like he's just going to wrap back around, go through water, cut across, and get ready for that spike detonation.
Such good work. I am just blown away by this. This feels irrelevant to outcome here. But they do recover the operator. Well, maybe.
But
maybe.
No.
Maybe not.
Not at all. He would have eluded the spike explosion, but Flipsider perfectly predicting that they were.
Post plant is perfect. Some of the lineups are sweaty as hell. Like, it's all good. I love what I'm seeing, but I really want to see the test from Footballist to see how much resolve RRQ have in these approaches.
Some nice forward pressure this time from the side of RRQ. Playing up at A initially, but now just again pulling back. But as you're asking for it, you can see it's not really coming through. Football is still very much holding in these back positions. The furthest forward member you have is Mr. Fallen. He's playing just on the corner of B. And that's exactly where the spike is going to be going time and time again.
Yeah, this time, again, enough information, but do they instantly slip back into these deep post plants? Do they commit? They absolutely don't. It's a double pump. They're running mad fakes. And this is going to drive Footballist mad. This is what's going to absolutely eat away at you.
It's driving me mad. I'm trying to get a read on what the hell they're doing.
But I just want them to take space somewhere. The knife came out towards A, but by this point, it doesn't matter. You can see the take coming out from RRQ is a mile away. Take some of this space back. Post up on these extremities. Kiwi now has an army coming towards him. He's got 4 players, 3 more knives to play with, and has to relinquish any fight on the site.
He's lucky to not get sprayed down there, dashes into the wall. Maj will find Flipsider on that lurk over towards B, so he's not going to be able to get behind them this time around. 2G managed to start things off, but it's a bloody brawl as they try to hold this one out 2v3.
They want to swing it, or do they hold the temptation? They swing, and there's only so many bullets to play with. This time around, Footballers pull off the retake, being at least having that ability to slow down that hit. The double pump wasn't a surprise anymore because we've seen it before. We've seen it over towards the B side now. Gotta say, RRQ are so slippery the way they're playing. But this is why I want Footballers to maybe try and get retakes we've been seeing. RRQ have just pumped the brakes though, Seth. They've just gone, okay, first time that we've actually met a bit more resistance. They're starting to get a read on us. Let's just slow it down. Let's work out where we want to take this now.
It does feel like a bit of an overbake here from the side of RRQ.
That pendulum swings as we go back in.
Flash up, Kiwi pushing forward. Get the dissipate on the Nebula as well, just trying to set up for somebody to be baited in, and there it is, and oh man, nearly gets that collat.
Yeah, Flipsider's down, low on HP, and actually they get down Elmi more, and I'm pretty sure he had the ultimate. The res was there in pocket, so a big pick to be had. Perfect work, and I like seeing that. Finally, the deeper knife coming in, the support allowing someone like you to actually take that space towards B. Now he can start floating around again. Now they've already started to take a little bit more control of this map.
It just feels like a misread there from the side of RRQ. You hear that flash coming, the Nebula dissipate. You should anticipate that there's going to be that operator right there waiting for you. They still swing out, and they're lucky to not have lost 2 players. One person who could have saved Flipsider's HP bar is left on the ground. Spike's still going to be sat over towards the B side. Pressure applied, trying to get themselves into art.
But this is all posturing, and look at Footballers not moving. Yes, they're allowing Kiwi to be fluid, that's fine. We saw how well that worked for him in map 1. On the other side of the map, they're barely peeling away from B. And look at what the spike is. So seeing 2GE here is going to be so indicative that this is not an all-in piece towards A, that Art is not the eventual goal. And Moj holding this angle is invaluable. Now they've got nowhere to be.
But it's happened again. This is exactly what Maj did when he caught Tebetol on that lurk.
13 seconds. The spike can't go to site.
They just have to save.
This is what I wanted to see. Disruptive play early on and then basically allowing Kiwi free roam. Hey, you got the player advantage. You can now hold these sides. You don't have to hit those over rotations anymore. And you saw it in perfect picture form. Remember, roll your mind back. Where was Moj? They still stuck around. They knew that this could still be all of a fake. And it absolutely was.
Beautifully read into this one. Football is just one round away from tying things up. Given the lead that they had, that is not going to be a comfortable position for RRQ, despite how good they have looked in the previous rounds.
And again, this is the same or similar set piece that they've run a couple of times, where we're seeing that nice flash over towards the extremity on A, trying to at least post up someone to make sure no one walks out. Again, their default's solid. It hasn't been tested too many times towards this extent. We saw the Prowler towards B long, so again, they note that there's going to be pressure there. There was a nice knife invested, but now the clear's through towards middle. So they have to be aware of this. Utility now being cleared through. This should call a player into attention, but the turret's yet to go off either. So they still know that no one's slipped the net, no one's too far ahead. They still have time to adjust around accordingly.
This time, though, Art not really being challenged at all. They don't have anybody watching that position. You see the slow creep up here from Cracks. Now we'll be able to do it. They haven't gotten beyond this point, so now they have to try to clear through him. And that knife.
All this commitment this
everything
time.
he needs to know, and yeah, they're going to continue pushing forward. Prowler again trying to sell something.
It's only the Prowler. That's all it is. It's a close shot. So they still are hyper aware this could be an A piece, and it absolutely is.
There's the rush. They managed to find one, but it's going to be traded back. Had a captain. We'll find Elmore. Client getting ready to come down. Multiple people spotted. Emin puts it into his own hands, though. Manages to find two, and now the plant can come in.
Now the rotations are in. We do actually have a little lurk as well coming out from Tebetol as well. This could be big. Kiwi on the side does get noted, but that doesn't tell how close this man is. And the shot's great from Ivan. What a moment to take on the side to brawl it out. Moj, a 1v3? Not gonna happen. RRQ back in control.
Man, with that performance, what was forced to use their first time out in the map.
Obstacle.
They don't want to let this get away from them. They've already given up 6. They want to try to end with 6 themselves.
But I gotta say, to my eye test, RRQ's brawling capability on the sites itself is fantastic. I've already seen that before with the committed split through Art as well. So it's certainly still working. Football is still trying to work through the intentions here. Now I'm looking at the map and I'm not seeing, they are a little bit further postured up, right? You've got a player sitting a little bit deeper towards Art, willing to take a challenge, willing to take a fight between double door. You have the extremities now sitting deeper. We're seeing Kiwi taking a fight. Now we finally see this default tested. That's what I'm all about. That's what I want to be seeing.
Yeah, 2G tagged up just a little bit there. Not anymore though. Heal at the ready, still hasn't
the
given it to
angle.
him yet.
Tebetol, this angle. Does Kiwi check that deep? Does he even know the timing that he could have crossed there potentially? They seem very aware of the potential.
Tebetol, ultimate rat player. And when you're going to play like that, you need to know timings. You need to be able to anticipate what your opponent's positions are going to be like. And okay, there's the op. Finding some value.
With the operator.
As a Sage.
But it doesn't even mean that's where they're going to end. You don't know with RRQ.
Yeah.
Oh, Tebetol. Kiwi's going to hit the steps. The Prowler's
Prowler's
coming in. He's
down.
ahead of it. Kiwi, great play there to get ahead of the corner. Taking down Tebetol. Now this forces the hand of RRQ. It has to be an AP, surely.
Out of captain though. Sat here in the nebula and they are not ready for it. Football is perfectly prepared. They can catch. Tries to fake the res.
It's not going to happen.
Can't clear the right side and, well, tries to go for the wall boost. Get some value there on the up. Stare over top of the
That
nebula.
is genius when it comes with RRQ, it feels like. So, again, entering with the operator on Sage through Art, first man in. Just trade me, boys. It's fine. Don't worry about it. However, we have seen some real glimmers of fantastic looks coming out from RRQ. Bounded back here. You put footballers through their paces. We go again. The buy not looking good, though, this time, Seth.
No, it's definitely not. 2 Sheriffs at the ready, but the shot whiffs.
Kiwi's
Drops
seen so
down,
much.
Gets the follow-up, though. Doesn't miss twice. That's going to be the res forced out now. Shadow given a second chance. Slow stops him from swinging out that Hall's angle as well. He's just taking some blind shots through this wall, and now the pit comes up.
Yeah, they're trying to brawl though. Footballers aren't backing away from the site this time. They're still holding half of this ground. Even with that ult in place, they're still finding some casualties. Elmimore, Eman, Flipsider, and Tebato are still alive. They are dependent
So low.
on that ult, but it is certainly not the be-all and end-all. The ult on the other side going to come back in. Mr. Fallen trying to push them out of here.
But they managed to find 2 kills. Evan now getting a 3rd for the team. Stuck,
Oh my
however,
God.
in the back. Mr. Fallen pushes out, finds it, and there's the flank. Out of Captain. Trying to go ahead and close this. Flipsider needs to win this one out. Swings on the corner, gets it, but he's down to 20 HP versus Mr. Fallen. The first bite sent in. It lands at his feet, he sprays through, and he'll be able to clutch it. 7 and 5.5 RQ. Narrowly in the
Pull it
lead.
out in that round to close out with a Red Bull clutch. That has to feel good for you to go toe-to-toe with someone like Footballist here.
It definitely does. The Kiwi now has to get ready to go onto that attacking side. Needs to have a bit more impact here. We'll see if he's going to be able to get it done, but for now, RQ looking spicy. They're bringing some. It would take for Riot to just be like, look, actually, we need to just end the game.
We'll find out today.
50 round.
We'll find out today. I reckon. It's happening. Who knows?
Well, Flipsider, I don't know what you're doing.
Don't think he does either now.
He just went barreling into the entire team, and Elmimore died over at Art.
They're still trying to walk this, and they are backfilling this actually kind of. Yes, Viper, indeed.
What dish is this? What have we cooked up here? Because it doesn't taste very good.
And then find more. Nope. Okay. This has
Okay.
been a weird round.
Yep.
It's been a really strange round, but it's fine. A 1v4. Well, it's done. That's the pistol.
Yeah. Went from being like a deer. Okay. I'm gonna watch this replay to try to get a sense of what was. Nope. I still can't figure it out.
It's just, yeah, just feels like one of those. All right, shake it off. Weird start, weird round. No,
Classic Astra moves.
yeah. Fun almost got denied, but they do actually still have it, so that's fine.
Okay. Well, they get a multi-man tag here off the knife. Should give them a pretty good idea as to where FUT want to end up here. This defensive Viper wall. It's going to be pushed up now. Spam coming down, and RQ getting a decent sense of what kind of firepower they're facing right now.
Stacks in the right place. See if the classics can be deadly. The high flashes. They've made decent contact here. There's the swing. There's one casualty. Looking for more though. Can that shorty do anything? Well, the only investment actually does find Fallen. Shorties are ridiculous.
Yep. A little bit of extra damage dealt here. More around the back is noted. Cracks watching for it, finds 3 in the round. As that'll go ahead and very swiftly tie. We'll have some words for them the next time out. Their coach. But now they're still trying to play forward. Flash is good. Flipsider just has to tuck back here behind Pillar.
How does he sit on that though? Does it actually get checked?
Just slowly trying to pull back. A little bit of spam. He does successfully make it out. Heal has to be used.
And I think that they were slightly ahead of the timing. Now the wall's there anyway. It's deeper, but it could have been a punish on that potentially. I wonder if they find that timing right. Flipside are getting a little bit more interested. And still noting players by Pillar. Is there a lurk? Is there layers to this? So far, not really. It's a 4-1 split. You can already see RRQ questioning, is this the full intent? But with that wall towards middle, there's nothing to be worried about really in the immediate future.
Timing of this one, though, is ready for it. Gosh, just on the other side. Elmimore will continue to watch for that flank. See them kind of spreading back away from B, but now they're going to go ahead and pull the trigger. The dash coming in. Kiwi gets cut down. And able to find one, but then the Nanoswarm tears him apart.
Chaotic as all hell, but a Captain, if he does more damage here, that would be pretty nice to have, not to be. 3 alive for RRQ, going to keep the rifles. They didn't get too threatened in the bonus. They've made it through with at least the bare minimum.
Just go ahead and take this one. As Flipsider just looking to try to catch them with this bite, but he's going to eat that flash.
Now he's
Plus
in.
one, still gets a kill.
Okay, Eman's got his back. He's not alone, but now he's dead and gone. Eman was just about keeping him safe there, because that was on a nice edge for just a moment, but he needs to back away. He can't stick around long anymore.
Still, look at the damage dealt. You've got Kiwi down to 61, 65 there on cracks. You've managed to make it a 1-for-1. The damage on the back end, that's still very favorable to the side of RRQ. As long as they get the right read, they've got this double posture set up here in mid, one at art, one at doors. Seems like they don't want to challenge forward, though, so they will go ahead and play back, allow for footballs to come to them.
Our wall's just about broken, so we'll see Elmimore slip away slightly deeper.
Ooh, the timing here.
Yeah.
Backs away right as he would have had line of sight and could have potentially tagged someone down even lower if not gotten a kill. Now he's going to try to re-swing. This is where it's more challenging, but he comes away with it.
Yeah, great timing on that. Actually finding out a captain just no man's land. Kiwi tries it, loses it. Elmimore is absolutely running him ragged at this point. Spike now lost, slowed in. They can't even get a quick dash out on this one. Can't even grab it and run. Utility now being invested just to hinder any progress. They need a bailout, and it's not happening. RRQ, massive control here.
We're talking about that economy going in around 17. Take a look back. It's just great control there from Elmimore. Like after he missed that timing in art, it seemed like maybe he was going to just get pinched from behind, but instead.
That was actually so impressive though to watch.
Gonna do it again!
Yeah, look at the confidence now brimming. Moj depleted and deleted in the first couple of seconds. A re-challenge, audacious here from Elmimore.
Yep, now he's got the slow. We'll just go ahead and back away. Didn't eat any damage there. Kiwi up on top of the wall. Gonna try to use it against him. Spot over top of this nebula, but Elmimore is not biting. Comes the push out, little whippy. Tries to readjust, instead just has to back away.
Oh, they blocked each other, no! And Elmimore now goes down as well, fumbling that just a little.
And that's weapons recovered. Now into the hands of Kiwi and Ada Captain. They might just be able to make this thrifty happen. Flash goes out though, and into the meat grinder go the remaining members of Footballist.
That flash was everything safe.
But for me, Emin, don't play Reyna. Keep playing KO. I like the KO. It looks very
real
good.
nice.
It seems like, yeah, his util usage has been fantastic. Just getting that timing, catching everybody, going the swing. I mean, you can see the fan.
And once again, looks like they're trying to imply this B take. Similar Viper utility. Flipside does like to try and navigate ahead of that though. So willing to fight on this and brave. Ooh. 8 HP. And look how alone he was there. There was no support instantaneously in place. Fortunately falls back. Elmimore this time playing towards B Link.
He's such a madman.
But Kiwi's found space here. 2GE, delete it. Kiwi unleashed, and now there's problems.
Yeah, because now...
But look at these two pushed up.
They are. They get the tank out. That's going to be Maj taken down.
They have
Flash
to
around the corner.
down.
Nightfall even committed.
They have to, because they've got a backline threat. They know there are problems. It's just been dealt with. Kiwi's down. They're winning this out so far still. Slipping away towards the site. They found safety in the timing here. Footballist are having to re-clear all of this. They do have a lockdown, and that's going to be an issue now for Tebatol.
Decay going to be going away, but there's the res to bring 2G back into this game. Tebatol has to back away, get himself out to safety, and there's the Cosmic Divide as mentioned. Waits it out, lockdown finding no one. Triple approach from Secret at the moment. Elmimore gonna swing back around towards Flowers. Plus 2G still ready to time this out and go for the approach, and Mr. Fallen gets taken down.
Elmimore's nasty with that operator.
Ooh.
Okay, but there's no more to this. I don't see a way back in. There's so much utility in this post plant. Yeah, already pulling off the spike. What are they meant to do with this one? They don't have vision on it right now. They need to spam away. Elmimore just sending in stray bullets here.
And
the
defuse,
it ain't stopping. They're just sitting on this one. RRQ are unrelenting. It's 11 now.
And there's just nothing that he can do. Can't even save the weapon there. Prevent that spam through. The wall is in, and even then they break down one segment rather quickly, but they don't get to that second one.
Yeah.
And he's just playing around it to absolute perfection.
It's making me question if the veto was even the right way. Like, are we mislabeled who picked which map?
I got invested. They are one away from a Blade Storm. They do have that Viper's Pit, but that requires them getting in onto the site.
Oh, Kiwi. You couldn't survive it. There was nothing else to do.
Unreal.
And now RRQ, this is the pressure I wanted to see from Footballist in that first half. They are turning the screws. They're making it hurt. And now to re-clear all this space, you've got to invest utility.
Okay.
There's a firing squad on the other side, though. Footballist find a little bit of spark in him still.
It's a major overstay from 2GE, and now Flipshutter as well, getting a bit too overconfident. You're this close to the finish line, you do not want to trip.
There.
Right now, it's a lot of pressure on Tebatol. You should hear the rotations there in a moment. They all go ahead, they break silent, they break noise They start creeping forward.
I checked this, right?
You would think, but you never know, because this map has not gone the way that I thought it would, but there you have it. He's gonna try to wait it out, and they flush him out beautifully.
Really heads up stuff coming out from FUT there, actually. Just going through the checklist, making sure no issues. Come on, gonna need more. That's the first. 30 seconds. He's doing a damn good attempt at this, but that's all it's gonna be. An attempt for now, and a lifeline for FUT.
Yeah, holding on to 3 weapons in particular here.
Strike back here for FUT though, in what's been a drought of rounds, so
there's a pit.
Finally, you called it, had it, didn't decide until this point that it was time to go for it.
Drops it on mid, just trying to make that an unassailable position, but for now, FUT fully interested in just working their way down towards this A site. Orb could be taken at a captain that would put him 1 away. The plant would go ahead and give him that cosmic divide.
Yeah, counter, pop of the ult. Yes, the nade towards the back of the site. But they haven't committed just yet either. Sitting this one out, respecting this enough to delay the piece. There is no lurk, there is no flank, but the knife that confirmed that no presence towards B has allowed this rotation. You now have 3, arguably almost 4 players very present towards A. The Prowler sees nothing in middle, they know it's going to be all in, but straight away Kiwi is the tip of the spear and he's found success. 2GE is now isolated, has to play his life. Tepatol is there though.
Swing on the corner, finds the kill. Yeah, I like the patient play there from the side of FUT, just waiting out that null command. Now they go in, they pop their own. The pit comes in from Maj. Maj out around the corner. 2GE just doesn't even know that there's 2 players in front of him. Tepatol continuing to try to work his way in, but this just became so much more difficult. Push around the back. Moore will be able to find 1, but unfortunately for him, it's not the Viper.
1v2, flip side up. Captain and Kiwi on the other side, 1 towards pit. Mom watching this cross through. Flipside seems all too aware of that positioning coming out from Kiwi, but can he find the fight towards pit? It's the first protocol, and the shots are coming in, but he's got to make his move. He's got 1, he needs a second, and he needs it now! He needed 30 seconds ago at this point! Lost and confused, but FUT find another round. Mile off, yes, 2G's got it, but on the other side, you've still got some really impactful ultimates to bring into play. Early knife, invested. Gonna find 1. Kiwi might try and backfill a little bit of this space. Yeah, really wants to highly prioritize this art spacing. Force the players deeper. We're seeing a real dedicated default and potentially a fight towards B long as well. See if Captain's patience pays. Moore willing to challenge. We've seen the operator in his hands. You can see what he can do with it.
Yep.
This time around, obviously, not the case, just the Sheriff, but still willing to fight.
Flash over the top as they push mid doors. Men just backing away, joins in on the site, and Flipshider. This forward lurk.
That's a rifle recovered.
And
that's
it is.
Big. 2G now has a weapon to hand, but that is a damn clean pick. Moore is just annihilated. But there are bodies on this site. Neither of them do have the weaponry though. I think it's Tepatol with the judge overwhelmed. Eman has yet to really show his position though.
I mean, he knows that he needs to try to
keep this in mind.
He knows he needs to try to get into the site because he has that judge, but he's just a little bit too late, and oh, it's a little bit too whippy. And Emmet now being pushed on, somehow gets Maj.
But the 2 heavy hitters, the 2 rifles that were found, have finally made it towards the site. Flipsider now, up towards the top, gonna make the plant a problem. Spots out the second player. Flipsider knows where these 2 players reside, and they're trying to double face him, give him no chances in this.
Spots him down below. Comes out just to prevent any added utility being found here. Flipshutter has his work cut out for him.
The reposition, out of Captain. He's holding just a nasty angle that can't be easily cleared. They're gonna make him have to drop. Make noise, make it obvious, and just toy with him now. This is excruciating.
Yeah, I mean, Crack's not even going for the counter swing, just tucks back behind the box. And there it is, the easy pick off. They clean it up, and now FUT are just 1 round away from being damage dealt in an eco from the side of RRQ. So certainly not out of this yet as they go ahead and get rifles back into their hands.
Yeah, you saw it there. There was that little bit of threat starting to build. There's still a chance in this. They just, RRQ on the verge of getting theirs back into business. That could be huge for them. Potentially round changing at some of the most critical rounds. Wall towards double door. Moore. Does he have the patience and discipline to not overpeak this? So you can see that consideration. And once again, the default with that starting exploration mission coming out from Kiwi.
I mean, at this point, you should know that he is just going to be riding that wall. I would have loved to see any kind of spray through Just try to get that wall bang attempt, but they don't go for it. They want to make the noise, but now they've been spotted. Tabitol flush forward, and now he's in a rock and a hard place. They absolutely grind him in the dust.
That's so sick. Baiting him in, keeping him there, the temptation calling, but Footballist knocking on the door now. But, excuse me, 2GE, were you... Who was the imposter on the site? Just, what was that?
He's trying to wait it out, stuck inside of the smoke, but eventually they must have seen a gun barrel or something because they find him. He'll be going for the push.
Nice.
Crispy shot there from Elmi Moore. A second one as well.
Okay.
You got 3 more of those?
Yeah, because Flipside, he ain't coming.
No.
Flipside is in the next round with that rifle. Elmi Moore, though, got to say, mechanically, a little bit of a standout to me so far, just from the games we've been seeing.
He's wild, but he is nailing some of these shots. It will just be that back away and save, and this is not a feel-good moment at all for the side of RQ, having to give up on this round, allowing Footballs to tie you at 11-11, where it was looking so very good just a couple rounds ago. RQ now very much in danger of letting this map slip from their grasp.
You know, someone like Flipside got ahead of it to ensure that no one was actually working behind it. So I don't think that's having the intended effect they want, but actually Protocol list now seems to include the Flipsider has been challenging this side.
Again on an island. He's not able to find the kill. He puts some damage down on the Kiwi, but they just double swing him and he doesn't know which way to look. That's a fantastic start here for Footballist. The overconfidence just again comes up for them. A great swing on the corner. Elmi Moore, he's good for the one, but then gets traded, so it's still a man advantage.
And look what they've got left. The Bulldog, the Judge. They're very specialist weapons. It works well here, but very heads-up play. Investing utility to try and clear. Vulnerability, though. Kiwi goes down, instant trade. They do not let that get out of hand this time.
Yeah, not able to try to find that weapon for himself. Instantly gets cut down. As MN does arrive, he does find one, but he's got 11 HP. He's first 2 with a deep plant on the site. And this is looking like RQ just let it slip away. Fragment into the back, and this would truly be miraculous if he could pull it off. Not a chance in hell.
My heart is now on the line after a quiet map 1, showing us sparks of life in map 2. Us questioning, was this their map choice? And it's faded away. Now the buy comes in, they can afford rifles, yes, but it's got some light armors to this. Yes, they've been trying to save for, to buy for, to get everything they need.
It's absolutely do or die. Need to take us into overtime and close it from there. Otherwise, it's going to be them heading home. The Res, the Nightfall, the Cosmic Divide, good tools for retaking sites.
And they've deep cleared by A. There is no contact on this. There's no contact through towards Art. It looks like a B piece, but without the traditional utility, they're just not rotating players. Now the later wall comes in, now the lockdown comes in, and Flipside is in a world of trouble.
He's getting sucked as well. Yep, just locked in place. The right click is made easy for Kiwi. And yeah, they do have that res. They can bring him back in, but they have to get in the holes, and there is 3 players sat there right now, Lauren.
Okay, Divide comes in. Prowler goes through, Nightfall coming. Iman is the first one in, really willing to challenge, but Footballist, they have him back towards long. They're brawling out, the nade's gonna find 2. It's a 1v1!